Okay, so Android WebView is the next topic. So as I've told you, it's used to display web page in Android or web pages in Android. And the web page can be loaded from the same application, or it can be loaded from the URL if you have a current URL or if you know the URL. So we can type the website URL and it's going to load that web URL. So it's going to also display the online content in Android activity. All right. So Android, basically, Android WebView is using or uses WebKit engine, not WebSit, it's WebKit. WebKit engine to display web page. So Android is having its own WebKit engine with the help of which it's your Android application or your Android operating system is going to help you to display the web pages through the browsers or through using the applications. So the Android .webkit.webview library will help you to use the WebKit engine of Android application development. So the Android.web, it's always kit. I'm doing the mistakes while typing, and I'm sorry for that. It's just my natural typing, so I can be having mistakes while typing. So it's the subclass of absolute layout class. So Android WebView, or this Android.webkit.webview, is the subclass of absolute layout class in Android application. So this is the overview of, this Android WebView, but there are two methods that we mostly use in Android WebView. So the first method is load URL, so URL method, and second is load data. So load URL and the load data methods of Android WebView class are used to load and display web page or web pages. Clear?
Yeah.
So let's go and take the example. So example of Android WebView. So steps are, first one, create a new project with the name Android WebView. Second is modify the file activity -main or XML file. Then modify the main activity .java file. That's it, and you can get the output after this, and then run the application and get the output or results. So let's go ahead and try to create a new project with the name Android WebView. Our project is created. I am going to close the rating bar project, disconnect it, Here we go. So first I'm going to modify the code of activity.main XML file. So we don't have to do more in this file. We just have to add the widget WebView. So we don't need text view. I'm going to delete it. So simply, I will go ahead and just simply type in WebView, and it's here. It's a widget which is already available. So match parent here in the width and also in the height, it should be match parent. And then the Android ID, as always, which is more important, @ID and WebView is the ID that I have given. And then I'm going to give app layout, which is bottom to bottom off. First of all, it should be parent. And then app layout, and it should be left to left off. So left off, parent, then app layout, right to right off, again parent, app layout, top to top off, which is parent again. That's it, Kalas, and we are done with this. So that's how do we add the rating, WebView. So we can go to format and you will have WebView here. By going to graphical user interface, if you want both these things, you can or you can click on this option, which will split both the windows for you. You will have graphical user interface view and the XML code in the left hand side. That's it. And I'll now go to main activity file to, if you have to add the web page, always, you know that in my first year, I told you that whenever you call a web page, it will be always in the format of HTML or JSP. All right. So you need to, they require to place in the assets folder. So whatever the folder you have to place them over there. So now I'm going to show you that thing, how to do that and how you're going to load that. So let's go ahead and then use WebView. So WebView, create an object. So my WebView, and WebView find view by ID or dot ID dot, oh, the ID name was WebView. What's the ID name? It's WebView, yes. So WebView, it's here, class. That's the thing you need to do. And then my web view. So dot load URL. So that's, for example, HTTPS. You have to give the correct website name. For example, for me, I'm going to give the example of my own organization website, which is aptechqatar.com. All right, and then string, I'm going to define data, which is equal to, in tags, it's HTML and it's body in it. This is just what I'm going to store in this. So hello, aptech.
Yeah, I hear you, sir. I hear you.
aptechqatar.com, yeah. So then I'm going to close heading first. This will be the body that I have. So you have to basically place the, I'm going to show you how to place that HTML code, and then my web view dot load